Good morning to all. Welcome to Enunciate Academy. Good morning, Jagarao, Padma, Hanish. Okay. Today our concept is cooking and preservation techniques. Okay. Today our concept is cooking and preservation techniques. What is cooking? Cooking is the art and science of preparing food. Cooking is the art and science of preparing food. Okay, without cooking we can't eat vegetables, all vegetables and onions and alus. Okay, we can't eat without cooking. Okay, that's why we'll learn about different types of or methods of cookings. Okay. Let us know about what are the types of cooking. Okay. The first one is boiling, second one is baking, third one is frying, the fourth one is steaming, and the fifth one is roasting. These are the primary cooking methods. Okay. Let us know about boiling. Boiling is a method of cooking food in boiling water or other water-based liquids, such as stock or a milk. Generally, we boil some food items with water. Okay. And simmering is also one type of a boiling. Simmering is also one type of a boiling. Here we give a low heat for boiling. This is known as a simmering. Okay. Generally they ask question, simmering is a what type of method? Simmering is a cooking method. Okay. In this simmering method, we give a low temperatures. This is also one type of a boiling. And while in a poaching, the cooking liquids move but scarcely bubbles. This is also one type of a cooking method, one type of a boiling method, poaching also. In this method, we give high temperatures. The boiling point of water is typically considered to 100 degrees centigrade. What is the boiling temperature? Boiling temperature is 100 degrees centigrade or 212 Fahrenheit or 373 Kelvins. Okay, you know what is the boiling point? 100 degrees centigrade or 212 Fahrenheit or 373 Kelvins. These are the boiling temperatures of water. Okay, do you understand what is the boiling? The next cooking method is baking. This is a dry heat cooking method. In this cooking method, we provide heat. Okay, that's why it also known as dry heat cooking method. Okay, that uses an oven to cook food. What we use here for baking? Oven, micro oven for baking food. The food is typically placed on a baking sheet or in a baking dish. Okay, please see this picture. Okay, the food is typically placed in a baking sheet or a baking dish. Okay, this is a baking sheet or a baking dish and cooked at a high temperatures. Okay, we give high temperature for baking. Some common baked foods include, what are the examples of baking food items? Cakes, breads, cookies, peas. These food items we cook the method of a baking. Okay, do you understand what is the baking? Okay, this is a dry heat cooking method. We use oven for cooking and baking sheet or a baking dish we use in this method. And what are the examples of what are the examples of food items baking method? Breads, cookies, and peas and cakes. These are the food items we cook with the baking method. Okay. The next one is frying. The next cooking method is frying. This is a dry heat cooking method. Okay. This is also dry heat cooking method. In this method, we use oil to cook food. What we use in this method? we use oil to cook food. The food is typically placed in a pan or a pot like this. Okay, the food is placed in a pan or a pot of a hot oil and cooked until golden brown. We cook food until the golden brown color. Some common food items. What are the food items we cook in this method? French fries, chicken nuggets, and a onion rings. These items are we cook with the method of frying. Okay, so we learn about boiling, baking, frying. Okay, let us know about steaming. What is the steaming? This is a moist heat cooking method. In this method, we give for cooked food moisture, means steam. That's why it is also known as a steaming. Okay, that uses steam to cook food. In this method, we use steam for cooking food. The food is placed in a steamer basket. This is steamer basket. Okay. The food is placed in a steamer basket and cooked over a boiling water. Okay, and cooked over a boiling water. Some common food items. What are the examples of steaming? Okay, vegetables, fish, and dumplings. Dumpling means idlis. Okay, idlis are we cooked with the method of steaming. Okay, these are the food items we cook with the method of steaming. Okay. The next one is roasting. The next cooking method is roasting. This is a dry heating cooking method. This is also dry heating cooking method and that uses an oven to cook food. What we use for cooking food? We use oven to cook food. The food is typically placed on a roasting pan. This is roasting pan. Okay, this is roasting pan and cooked at a high temperatures. In this method, we give high temperatures for cooking food. Some common roasted foods include, what are the examples of food items? Meat, poultry. Poultry means chickens. Okay, poultry means chickens and vegetables are cooked with the roasting method. Okay, these are the food items we cook in the method of roasting. Okay, so these are the methods of cooking. Okay, we cook food with boiling, baking, frying, steaming, roasting. Different food items we cook different methods. Okay, the next one is food preservative techniques. Okay, the next one is preservation techniques. Process. What is the abbreviation of a food preservation? Process and method of a preserving food and protecting it from the microbial attack. Insects prevent spoilage of a food. What are the microbes? Bacteria, fungus, virus, protozoa. These are the microbes. Okay. What we do? We do kill the bacteria, kill the virus in these preservative methods. Okay. Let us know about what are the process of preservation. What we do for preservation? To prevent microbial contamination. To prevent microbial contamination. The second one is to kill the pathogens. What are the pathogens in our food items? We kill the pathogens. The third process is to minimize food spoilage and food poisoning. Okay, we should have to minimize food spoilage and food poisoning. These are the processes of food preservation. Okay, to prevent microbial contamination, and we have to kill the pathogens and to minimize food spoilage and food poisoning. These are the process. The next one is food preservation methods. What are the food preservation methods? We learning about cooking methods. Now we learn about food preservation methods. What are the food preservation methods? How many ways we can preserve the food? Okay. In here, these two food preservation methods are there. The first one is in ancient times, the people how the food preserved in freezing through freezing, fermentation, and sun drying. Sun drying means dehydration. Okay, sun drying and cooling. These are the methods they use in ancient times. Okay, these are the food preservation techniques used people in ancient times. What are the ancient times food preservation methods? Freezing, fermentation, sun drying, cooling. These are the preservative methods used in ancient times. But nowadays, how the people preserve the food? In modern days, we use chemicals for food preservation and other natural substances. We use chemicals and other natural substances for food preservation. Okay, let us know about what are the food preservative methods. Chemical method. In this chemical method, we use salting. Salting is one of the chemical method. Salt is a chemical, natural chemical. Okay. What are the preservatives in salting method? In salting method, we use salt and edible oil. We use salt and edible oil. Why we use this salting method? Because of stop the growth of microorganisms. Because of with the help of stop and edible oil, salt and edible oil, we can stop the growth of a microorganisms. In this method, we can stop the growth of microorganisms like a bacteria, fungus, virus, protozoa. Okay, we can stop the growth of these microorganisms with the help of salt and edible oil. Okay, for example, fruits, meat, and fish and pickle. These food items we can preserve with the method of salting. Okay, salting is one type of a chemical method. Okay, in this method we use preservatives, salt and edible oil. Okay, please see this picture. We use salt and edible oil. Okay, in this method what we do? We do stop the growth of microorganisms. What are the food items we can preserve in this method? Fruits, meat, fish and pickles. Okay, we can preserve these food items with this salting method. Okay, the next one is in chemical methods. Adding sugars. Okay, these are the adding sugar. This is also one type. Sugar is also one type of a chemical. Okay, through this method also we can preserve food. What are the food items we can preserve? This method, jams and jellies. Okay, we can preserve jams and jellies with the help of adding sugar. Okay, with the help of adding sugar. This is also one type of a preservative technique. The next one is synthetic. In chemical methods, we learn about salting and adding sugars. The next thing is synthetic preservatives. What are the synthetic preservatives? Vinegar and a sodium benzoate. These are the synthetic preservatives. Okay, salt and sugar, those are the natural preservatives. Vinegar and sodium, these are the synthetic preservatives. Okay, we can preserve food with the help of vinegar and sodium benzoate. Okay. Vinegar is made with the grapes, apples and other fruit items and food grains and vegetables or honey. Okay. Vinegar is made from the with the process of fermentation. Okay. From the grapes, apples and other fruits, but it can also made from the grains and vegetables and honey. Vinegar has a sour taste. What is the taste of vinegar? Sour taste and sharp smell. It has a sour taste and sharp smell. It is used in cooking, cleaning and preserving food. Okay, vinegar is used in a cooking and cleaning and preserving food. Okay, this is the synthetic food preservative. Vinegar is. The next one is sodium benzoate. Okay, the next food preservative method is refrigeration. What is the next food preservation method in modern days? Refrigeration. Food is kept at a low temperatures. In these temperatures, microbial growth is slowed down. Okay, please see this picture. Okay, here we preserve the food in a refrigerators or generally we call fridge. Okay, what happened in this process? In this process, we give a low temperatures. At low temperatures, the microbial growth is slowed down. Okay, at a low temperatures, 13 degrees centigrade, 10 degrees centigrade, 5 degrees centigrade, 0 degrees centigrade. In these temperatures, the microbial growth is slowed down. That's why we prefer this refrigeration method for preserve food. The next method is pasteurization. Okay, pasteurization. Who developed pasteurization? Louis Pasteur. Who developed pasteurization? Louis Pasteur. In this method, what is the food item we can preserve? Milk. Okay, in this method, we preserve milk. In this method, milk is boiled at a 63 to 70 degrees centigrade. In this pasteurization method, milk is boiled at a 63 to 70 degree centigrade to stop growth of a microorganisms. Okay, in these temperatures, the microbial growth is stopped. In this temperature, the microbial growth is stopped. That's why the milk is we can preserve in this method, pasteurization method. Who developed pasteurization method? Louis Pasteur. At what temperatures milk boiled in this method? 60 to 70 degree centigrade. Okay. What is the microbial growth in this method? We can stop the microbial growth in this method. Okay. This is the pasteurization. Who is the father of pasteurization? Louis Pasteur. The second method is sterilization. Okay, in this method also we can preserve milk. Okay, but in this method we give temperature 100 degree temperature. Before pasteurization method we give temperature 63 to 70 degrees. But in this method, sterilization method, for milk boiling we give 100 degree centigrade. Okay, what happened in this temperature? We can kill the microbes. We can kill the microbes. In 63-70 degrees centigrades, we can stop the microbial growth. But in this temperature, in this 100 degrees centigrade, okay, we can kill the microbes. This is method known as a sterilization. In this method also we can preserve milk. In this method also we can preserve milk. Okay. The next food preservative method is canning. The next food preservative method is canning. In this method, food kept it in airtight container. This is airtight container. Please see the picture. This is airtight container. Okay. Food keep in a airtight container at a high temperatures. For example, what are the food items we can preserve in this method? Meat, fish, fruits. What are the examples of canning method? Meat, fish, fruits. These are food items we can preserve in this method. Okay. Do you understand what we do in this method? We do food kept in a airtight container at a high temperatures. In high temperatures, the microbial growth is stopped or killed. Okay. That's why we can prefer this method. Okay. In canning method, we can preserve the food items, meat, fish, fruits. Okay, do you understand? The next method is dehydration. Hydration means water. Dehydration means remove the water. Okay. Hydration means water. Dehydration means remove the water. Food is kept at a sunlight. In this method, food items kept at a sunlight. Okay. To remove the water. Why we kept food item in sunlight? To remove the water. That's why this method known as a dehydration. Hydration means water. Dehydration means remove the water. Okay. For this, we kept the food item in the sunlight. Okay. This is one type of a preservative method. The next one is smoking. Okay. Smoking is also one type of a food preservative technique. In this method, we use wood smoke. We use wood smoke. Wood smoke contain a large number antimicrobial components. Okay. The smoke has a antimicrobial components. That's why we use this method. In this method, we preserve food items like a fish and meat. Okay. Please see this picture. Okay. What we do in this picture? We give a wood smoke for preserve the meat and a fish. Okay, this is also one type of a food preservative method. The next one is lipolization. The next one is lipolization. What we do in this method? We do in this method dehydration and freezing are performed together under the vacuum. What is mean by vacuum? Vacuum is a without air condition. Okay, without air condition known as a vacuum. Okay. So what we do in this method? In this method, we provide dehydration and freezing performed together. Dehydration and freezing performed together at a vacuum condition. Okay. What are the food items preserved in this method? Fruits and vegetables we can preserve in this method, lipolization method. Okay. Okay, Padma. The next food preservative method is, just a minute. The last one, radiation. The last one, radiation. Also known as a cold sterilization. Radiation is also known as a cold sterilization. We use in this method UV rays, X-rays, gamma rays. Okay, what are the rays used in radiation method? UV rays, X-rays and gamma rays to kill microbial present in food. Okay, what happened here? We to kill microbial growth. What are the rays used here? X-rays, gamma rays, UV rays. Okay, this is the radiation. This is also known as a cold sterilization. Okay, so these are the food preservation methods. Okay, do you have any doubts about in this concept? Until now, we learn about what are the food cooking methods, what are the food preservative methods. Food cooking methods are boiling, baking, frying, steaming, roasting. These are the food cooking methods. Okay. What are the food preservation methods? Salting. Okay. Adding sugars. And synthetic preservatives like a vinegar and sodium benzoate. And refrigeration. This is also one type of a food preservation technique. The next one is pasteurization. In this method, we preserve the food. Food like a milk. The next one is sterilization. In this method also, we can preserve the milk at a 100 degree centigrade. The next one is canning. In this method, what we do? We do food kept in a airtight container like this picture at a high temperatures. Okay, what are the food items we can preserve in this method? Meat, fish, fruits and vegetables. These are the food items we can preserve in this method. Okay, the next preservation technique is dehydration. Dehydration means food is kept at a sunlight, okay, to remove the water. This is the dehydration. Hydro means water, dehydro means to remove the water. Okay, the next one is smoking. The next one is lipolization. Okay, lipolization is also one of the food preservation technique or method. Last one is radiation. Okay, these are the food cooking methods and food preservation methods. Okay, do you have any doubts in this concept? Hanish, Lakshmi, Jogarao, Radhika, Lakshmi. Okay. Shanmukha, Joshika, Parvatesam. Okay, Jogara. Remaining. Okay, Radhika. Hanish, do you understand these concepts? Hanish. Okay. Please raise your hands. Can I end the session? Can I end the session? Please raise your hands. Okay. Okay. Thank you to all. See you later with a new concept. Okay.